Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Set to kick off.
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's a first carry for their running back. He's inside the 40, inside the 20, and he is gone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll go with a drop play here on second down. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down. This one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Niners first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And wow. To bring down that time, surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And that'll give them a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now this time they'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He's got it inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. That his 2nd TD catch of the season on his Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers come right back to tie it at 7. Team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
20-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson rushed to his left, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
49-yard line.
Throwing Jackson. Out to his right. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
They gave him the impossible task of being so far behind the sticks and saying, hey, go salvage this series. And he almost pulled it off. What a great run. And in most instances, it would be rewarded with the first down.
3rd and a long way to go. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out wide. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
The drive will start on the ground. With not much there, maybe a yard. From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. And some good blocking at the point of attack. They'll pick up on 7, and it brings up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
They're on the 33-yard line.
This will wind up a Niners first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He'll drop to throw. This one intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, for the good corners, Mike, they all share this certain mentality, right? It's bring it on. I want the best. I want the ball thrown in my direction. So anytime they get a chance to break up a play and silence an opposing offense, but man, when they get a chance to take one away and get their hands on it, that is what they live for.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. A diving effort there, just out of his reach. Incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Going back to the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
DC, right?
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50s.
That's good.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson exiting the pocket right. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson looking to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Hey, middle.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Eagles going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Escaping to his left. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Boy, he bought some time as much as he could. Ended up taking a big shot as well, but could not convert downfield. The RPO, that one is complete. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Back to the ground after the penalty. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Niners 1st down. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
He'll carry this one inside the 20 into the red zone. Give them 8 on that carry.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 19-yard line.
2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. Forced to his right. Inside the 10, it is caught. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. The Niners use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Back to throw, Jackson. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Oh, great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. The kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll send a man in motion left. We're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. That's going to be incomplete. Looks like they had it for a second. They went into the bag of tricks. It almost worked. It's 2nd down. Look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. He's got it! A big-time play for the Niners. Pickup of 46 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Crazy. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Pushed out to his left. He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback. Realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. 2nd and goal. This one caught at the 4. And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Here comes 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. On end, left side, it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the 1st half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
49ers 22.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out. on this first half of play. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
So you take a look at the clock. In this point in the third quarter, you find yourself down. It doesn't feel like it's necessarily desperation time. You're going to have a couple more possessions left, but that throw there felt kind of like a desperation throw. So don't force it. Just continue to sustain possession and just make sure at the end of this drive, you come away with points.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, 49. He'll drop to throw. Then open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
Quick throw out wide, taken in by Pearsall. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's another 49er first down.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard.
To the goal line and in. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here comes a return from the 3. He's to midfield. To the 20. A tremendous return. He's already got him in field goal range.
All right, so if you're going to be a kick returner in the National Football League, you need these 2 things. Balance, vision, And yeah, speed doesn't hurt too much either. And all three of those were evident there. I mean, what a return that was to set his guys up, starting this drive inside the red zone.
He pulls it in around the 5. Looking for the pylons, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
That catch number 40 on the season for him. Jackson now moving outside the pocket, and he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder.
And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His second touchdown of the afternoon. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Back to the air once more on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Back to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. His second grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Now give on the ground. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Eagles. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game. And number 14 for the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the third quarter. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
And this time they are ready for him. Throw for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback. And then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run. He's able to take the back down for a loss.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. 79 Bronco. Hey, Smash. 18 back. 18 back.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Oh, a loose football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Oh, the ball's out. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 3rd and short, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a toss play, running left. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
There's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And the Eagles are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
I think this is one of those play calls, Mike, that really just comes down to understanding your personnel. You realize, okay, your back is not one of those big bruising guys running up the middle on 3rd and short. Instead, use the speed, use the vision, get him outside the offensive line, and let him find that space to pick up the first down.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They bounced back from the loss last week. They'll put in a determined effort and come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.